Hi, I'm Kiria, and today we're doing a stopover in Palworld to give you a secret way to start, as well as a few tips and tricks along the way. Please, if you're liking the videos that I've been doing, don't hesitate to give me a like and a subscribe, and hit that notification bell to let you know when I've got new videos coming up. So, let's get into it. So let me explain to you why I always look around when I start a new game, especially a survival game. I was sitting with a puppy in my lap starting a game, and the next thing I know, the puppy hits my elbow and yep, things turn around on me just like that. And I'm like, oh, well, that's new. So now I always look around. So if you flip your camera around and you look behind you in Palworld, you'll see this big area. So when you start walking down the stairs and you take and you look around, you see this chest here. Sometimes it's partially sunk and partially all the way into the floor, but you look and you'll see F. Sometimes it needs a key, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the chests need a key, especially when you get further into the game. You will sometimes get keys out of the chest, which is nice. One special reason that you need to come down here is that this, when you pick it up, gives you day one. If you never do, and you just go out the front, you won't get day one. So, now you've got day one. I'll show you where to get day two in a little bit. So, now that you've got day one, let's go find the rest of them. You'll notice there's a whole bunch of stuff that they want you to do up on the right hand side for tutorials. And one of them is opening up the survival guide. You'll have controls and what you can do first, and they want you to do one thing. What should I do first? And you want to read that. So as you come down this way, you will notice up on your right here is a chest. You want to grab that one too. Sometimes, like the other one, it will need a key and sometimes it won't. This one sometimes needs a key, but luckily this time it does not. Right? So you will jump down here. My settings have been changed. If you want to know what the settings are that I have changed, let me know in the comments and I will do so. I will get a settings video made for everyone on my custom settings that I have made changes with. I have them set up, but I have not made the video. You will want to jump up here and get an egg. It's not always the same one as that one. It's all different. They have eggs all over the place that you can hatch, all different kinds. Now, you can either come back up here or you can go ahead and get this, but there is a chest around the corner, and after you pick up the chest, keep going forward down this way, picking up any rocks and sticks that you find. And you notice that my experience keeps raising quickly, and that's because of picking up any rocks and sticks quickly and finding anything extra. Now, yours will raise quickly too, but it might not raise as much and as quickly as mine because I have my experience raised up a little higher. And like I said earlier, if you want my settings that I have, I will give them to you. You just need to let me know in the comments section below and I will make a video for it. Okay, here we go. Here are more rocks and sticks down and through here. The pals won't bother you unless you bother them. Not these anyway. There are ones that will bother you, but not until later in the game. So, there is this little cave up here once you get here. Now you'll see, here's a pal sphere. If you see anything that's twinkling off in the distance, you might want to go and check it out. Like these. These things here are called paldium. You want to pick those up with your pick. They give you pal things, but this is a dungeon. And what you could do is you open your map, scroll down further to it, hit E, and then you can mark it. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to mark it with this little skull looking thing. And that way I can come back to it later and go through the dungeon. And we'll go through the dungeon later in another episode that I'll make for us. But we're going to go around the corner and I want to show you something that we'll use later in another video or episode, I'm going to call it. But you can see there's something twinkling here, and this is what I meant by sometimes under, but there was a piece of wool that was kind of under the layer of sand there. But you could see it as long as we moused over it and it could get an F, you could see it. Alright, so we keep heading around the corner here of the mountain or cliffside, and we will see this little green life monk, however you want to pronounce it, statue. And once you pick up this statue, we'll probably get some more extra XP off of it, of course, but you collect so many of these and you can use them as a statue of power, and we will be able to get those later on put up at our base. So we are heading towards the next section that we can do, and we're almost ready to get up back towards the next section that we need to head to be able to get back to the starting point we were at. As I said, just keep walking up this way and we will be back up to where we were at shortly. Now, you're going to have to climb back up to get to where you need to be, and I'm going to show you the best point to climb back up to be able to get back to the original starting point. Wander up the stairs as usual. Keep picking up stuff. And then you're going to get to this wooden structure. And this is where you'll start climbing up. Now, if you get to there, take and hop down with C. And then you climb there. Use this next spot to climb up. Again and again. And then you're going to get to the wall here. Once you get to the wall here, this is where you'll climb. Don't try to climb in the other spot. It's not going to work real well. You'll keep getting stuck in certain places. This is where you want to climb up at. There you go. Now that we've gotten there, I will see you back up top. So now we're back up at the beginning starting place where we were. And we're going to go back out the way we were supposed to, or you thought we were going to. And we're going to go down and pick up these 2 sticks that are laying there and hit this spot. This is a fast travel point. And fast travel points, we all know, help you travel fast. A little joke there. From this point on, I'm going to give you some suggested tips. They're not just, of course, for new players, although that's what it says. This lesson will give you a little bit of wood. Yeah, that's what you need. But that does help you. Anything from this point you do actually need to pick up because it will help you. Everything you need to pick up. Berries, sticks, rocks, a stray chest if you find it, because usually there may be one out here. Not all the time, just sometimes. There's another stick. Sometimes there'll be a sphere for PAL sphere. That happens to be something different. You'll use those way end game. Not maybe mid game, but sometimes you can use them early game, but you won't very often see them this early in game. That was luck, because you usually find those other times. We are getting to where we will put our first base, and like I said, these are suggested tips for newer players or players that are starting over. Like I said, these are suggestions. I don't tell you how to play your game. I suggest tips that might help, because I want you to play your game your way, not my way. I don't tell you how to play. So, this is a higher level PAL. He's not going to attack you, which is lucky. Now, there is another chest down here. It sometimes has a key, like some of the other ones, but it's not going to. Now remember I said I'd show you where day 2's pad was? Well, it's right here. So, there's day 2's pad. We have days 1 pad as well. So, now, there's plenty of palladium up here, and there's some more rocks up here as well. Big rock things, which help. So, we're going to be putting our first base right down here. Now you can see that big green mammoth elephant looking thing. He is level 35, and we don't want to mess with him right now either. The bad thing about him being up here is sometimes if you attack a PAL in your base and you have a PAL that is in your base that is yours and he's near it, sometimes your PAL will attack him too, and your PALs will be knocked out or killed. So you need to be careful when he's in your base and you're attacking a good PAL there. So we're going to take and pick up some of these sticks before we put our PAL box down. If we don't pick up some of these sticks and rocks before we put their PAL box down, they will disappear. So we'll pick them up. What we want to do is make sure the PAL box is put down in such a manner that the area will cover not only the back of that cliff in front of me, but the cliff that is behind me, the water over next to us there, and where you see the mammoth next to us over there. So when we put it down, it's going to need to be right about where I'm standing or thereabouts, because the PAL box has such a big area that it encompasses. So let's get our stats set down first. We're going to put down our weight and our stamina, maybe. Okay, so we've got those set. What we want to do is pick up our PAL box, our PAL sphere, our campfire, the wooden chest, the repair bench, the wooden structure set for helping our build, our bow, our arrows, our bed for us and the pals, and cloth. We'll also unlock our armor and food bowls, as well as our shield. Now, we'll wait to unlock other stuff when we get more technology points for them. Okay, what we're going to do is we want to make sure that we definitely want to get the edge of the PAL box way over here, close enough to the edge of this cliff over here, and I will show you in just a second. We want to make sure we pick up these berries. Okay, we want to make sure we get it right close enough to the edge down here. So you can see, you'll see the line of the edge of the PAL box, but we want to make sure it's right there at the edge. We'll be putting our PAL box down here shortly, but we want it down there really close to that edge. Okay, let's see. And we want to put it close over here to the water, and you do see that we have a Lifmont statue sitting over there that we will also get in a little while. So we also want to make sure that it goes all the way up to the edge of this cliff here as well. So let's go ahead and get it put down. So the good thing about PAL boxes is that if you put them down, you can also pick them up if you don't have them in the spot that you want them in. So you can see, if you look real carefully, right there at that tree, you can see it's in the edge of the cliff, but if you see me move, you can see that it moves in and out of the cliff. So let's put it down and check, and if it's not where it needs to be, we can take and pick it up. So we'll check, and then let's get it built, and we'll check and see exactly where it's at. Alright, we've got it down, and you can see where the circle is for the area up there in the front, and you can see on that one rock right in the corner that it's not quite where we need it to be in the front. So let's see here at the cliff exactly where we've got it at, and it's not, so I will be back with you once I've got it readjusted. Okay, I've got it readjusted, and it's where it should be. So it's exactly over where they can get, our pals can get to the rock. So it's fixing to get cold. Voila. So we need to get some foundations down so we can have a structure so we are out of the elements. So I'm going to get a structure put down, and we're going to get a campfire built so we can be warm. So I'm going to build a structure, and we will be right back with you. Okay, So I've got this foundation built. I'm going to build a fire, and then we will get some more structure built, and I'll explain some more. After I put myself out, that was kind of silly of me to run through my campfire. Okay, let's get back up here and get back to it. Alright, so once you have a foundation built, also let me specify this. You need to make sure anything you built is inside the area of your PAL box. Otherwise, your pals will not build it, pick it up, or gather from it because it's not in their area. So you would have to gather from it or build it. So we're just going to build a little small area for us. Right, and give me just a moment while I get that done, and I'll explain more after that. Now, we have built a few little extra foundations. We will take and build beds for them and a few other things on that. I have built a workbench, and I always straighten out my bag so I know what needs to go in it or what needs to go in the chest or some other item. Maybe even needs to get sold or etc. So what we need to do now is figure out what needs to go where, and let's figure that out. So we need to make a few tools, and we need some things for that. I'll be back. Alright, so we have some of our tools made, but we need some other things to make some more stuff. So I'm grabbing some paldium so we can get our pal spheres made. And you want to, anytime you're grabbing paldium for pal spheres, you need to go ahead and just knock the whole node out. So now we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and make some pal spheres. And we're going to take and make the maximum that we have after we make our bow. And if you have a pal helping you, it's going to go a lot quicker. And yes, you can have a pal help you when you do this. And now we're going to go ahead and make our spheres. And we can only make 6 with the amount that we have. And sometimes it goes really quick and sometimes it doesn't, depending on what you're making. Okay, so we got our 6 made, and see, we need to make, what do we need to make? We need to go ahead and put our stats in. We need to make, I'm going to put in stamina this time. The best thing to do is only put in your stamina and your weight at this time. Okay, so we're going to grab our wrench. And we only have 2 others, so we're also going to grab a repair kit, and we'll leave that last one. And the PAL deck shows you what you have seen for pals and what you have picked up for pals. So we are going to grab this little Cativa right here, and it's so funny when you hit them, they'll give you that little come on and get it sign. But we're going to grab him. He will take, or she, depending on which one you have picked up, will actually take and mine rocks for you. And is very helpful. So we already leveled up again. So there's the Statue of Power. We're also going to grab the Pal Gear bench, and we'll leave that free for just a moment. And we are going to go and grab this little lamb ball right there. Oh, I missed. And oh, he's gonna roll those and jump. He fell down in the water. I missed him. Let's see here. Oh, he's hiding in the water from me. Ah, there he is, and I missed again. He thinks he can get me that doing that. Okay, let's see what we can do about getting him again. We can get a good bead on him. There we go. 100%. Okay, so we've got 2 of them. Something else you should know is if you get 5 of each one, it gives you a better thing of, and don't do like I did, just throw them by accident. But if you get 5 of any one thing in a row, not in a row, but if you collect 5 of each, then that gives you an extra boost of experience. Now we need to put down some pal beds, but we don't have enough resources, so I'll go get theirs. Okay, so we've got the stuff for our pal beds and for my bed. So we're going to go ahead and drop these down. And now that this one is in place, we're going to put the cat to work. And while he's building that, I'm going to go ahead and drop the pal beds down. And then we can get those built as well. Always difficult for me to get these exactly where I want to get them, but never can get these exactly straight the way I want them. Always a little difficult for me. And see, he's already finished building that one, so now he's going to build the other one. And while he's building that one, we're going to take and set the lamb ball where we want it, and then he will take and help the cat build the other one. And see, he's already helping him. So, what we'll have to do once he's finished helping, and we need to build the wooden chest. However, we will need some stone before we can build the wooden chest. So, we'll mine the stone while they are finishing that. And which we only need a few bits of stone. So, we are going to, and see, I told you, the cat will mine stone for you. So he'll mine this one for a little bit. But I don't want to wait on that. So I've got the stone I need, and we will place the chest, and we're going to place it over here next to the stone. Here's another little tip for you. If you place chests near what they are doing, whether it be mining, picking up berries, chopping down trees, they will put it near the chest most of the time. Or put it in the chest that is near that most of the time. Not all the time, but it keeps them from having to walk too far. So we've got it upgraded there once, but because we've already built the workbench and the bed, we can upgrade it again to level 3. And because we've built the bed and that, we can upgrade it again in a little bit. So we need to take and put down their food box. And they're going to run over and help me. And you see what I mean by when they help you build something, it's a lot quicker. So we'll put the berries in there for them to eat. And you see he's already putting some berries over there in that. So we'll put anything that we've picked up in there that we don't need, like the eggs and a few other things. And we're going to put that over there as well. Now there's 3 other pals that I would like to get. 2 of them will actually handle the berry plantation, and 1 of them will help you with the campfire. And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so this one right here will help you with cooking and a few other things. And he is a fire pal. I'm going to pick him up. He's a little fun to grab. He's called Fire Spark. Okay, so we've got him. And now we're going to run down here. And you should notice this one here should look familiar. I'm going to pick the cat up. Sometimes he'll kill things you don't want him to kill. So we have found another fast travel point, and gives us another technology point, but we'll save that for later. We are going to be looking for a water pal and a grass pal. The grass pals help us, which is that one right there to our left, but I see another spear and another chest that I'm going to pick up. Usually I'd grab the berries, but right now my eye's on the pals that I need to pick up for my berry plantation. Usually I'd also grab the cats because they help expand your inventory while they're in your party. But if you talk to this guy right here, he will give you a bit of palladium. Shards, it is. Or fragments, rather. And then there's a life mark thing there, and number 3, I believe, is right here. Nope. Number 10, 20, something. I don't know. I can't read it real well right now. Okay, so there's our grass one. But at the moment, I will hit the grass in a little bit. Here's another spear. And you can see all kinds of, there is a deer off on the left. And if you played Valheim, you would recognize the Eikthyr name. Except that one doesn't shoot lightning. At least I don't remember it. But we are after that water deer, right? The water pal right there, called Pengalit. He not only will shoot water, but as you notice, he does ice as well, and the ice will come in handy when we get an ice box later. So once we have him, we'll go on back to the base like now. Somehow I missed that I got him. Somehow I miss things sometimes. So I will meet you back up at the base. Alright, so now that we're back in the base, we will go ahead and drop Pengalit and Gusmos down. And if you notice, they have already run off to take care of the berry plantation. And Kativa's already run off to start with the other rock that's behind me. And we need to take and put 2 more beds out at least, because you can see the red up at the top tells us we need another bed. So while we're handling that, oh, it looks like somebody's helping. Kativa and Pengular are helping build that next bit. And we will upgrade again. And we now need to put another pal in the base, which is good, because we need another pal. So we're going to put the land ball in. We've got the land ball. Let's upgrade one more time and see what else we need to do. Okay, we've got it upgraded to level 5. And it wants us to build a gear workbench and a statue of power. We need to go ahead and build another PAL bed, and I think that will be it for us right now, and we will take and do the next bit in the next video. And as you can see, little Gus Moss is busy seeding away. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications for when I have put out a new video. I'm also taking and playing on Twitch, streaming every Saturday and Sunday at 12 noon to 2. Don't hesitate to drop by and make sure you keep on gaming, and remember to always play your game your way. Have a great one.